Hello.
Hi.
Top 6 facts why arthropods are unique. You ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, they're represented in all habitats on Earth.
Like the pond.
They're also the most abundant on Earth. You can find them anywhere. Most of them are hexapods, which are bugs, right?
I don't do bugs.
Your least favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, arthropods get their name from their jointed appendages. We got those. Number 3, the size of arthropods can range from 15 centimeters, really little, to 3.8 meters, which is the spider crab. They're terrifying.
Wait. I can do this.
Got it. Number 4, they provide a wide variety of ecosystem services, including provisioning services, with crustaceans, crabs, shrimp, other things. A lot of cultures around the world depend on them. They also are a part of the lowest level of the food chain.
Scandal.
With little planktonous crustaceans. And they support a lot of bottom-up effects. Without them, there would be a huge impact on all of our diets. Number 5, a lot of people see them as pests, but like we said, a lot of ecosystem services. And while people are considering getting rid of mosquitoes, we'll talk about why we shouldn't. Totally forgot to mention one of the fun facts of our arthropods, and that's the subphyla, which include Chelicerata, Crustacea, Hexapoda, and Myriapoda. And I wanted to say, with the bottom-up effects, if you remove them, that would be the impact. Essentially, if you take them out, other things won't have them to eat, and then it'll continue up the food chain. What you doing?
What?
Food waste is a growing problem in our society as of late. Youngstead et al. Found in their study that food litter constitutes about 26% of all waste removed in 2015, which was estimated to be about 10.6 kilograms and cost the U.S. government $11.5 billion. On top of these staggering statistics, food waste was found to produce 8% of global anthropogenic emissions of methane. Specifically, these insects consumed more in hotter and drier conditions. They think this was because it increased their metabolism. And the largest consumer was the introduced pavement ant. Supporting these populations of insects by avoiding pesticides, especially in urban areas, is important because they have the potential to cut down on waste, which would reduce financial and aesthetic problems in local communities, as well as reduce health risks. And while it may not be smart to take matters into our own hands, as we have here, arthropods are here to help. Order Lepidoptera, specifically butterflies, can be super important for their aesthetic value as well as for pollination. For example, I have a glasswing butterfly with me today. The species is Greta Odo. Steve Johnson of sciencing.com says that these can be important for the pollination of aster flowers. Specifically, they have a special nectar that's important for the glasswing because the chemicals it contains help with their mating attraction. So that's super cool. Additionally, these animals, as this one here, are caught and sold. This one came from Kutztown, from a guy that we often buy from. He assures us that they're not exploited or overcaught or, led to extinction or endangerment. However, it's hard to confirm this because their conservation status is not readily available. There are also a lot of disservices of arthropods, especially with the prevalence of the Zika virus recently impacting pregnant women. So there was talk, hear this, of just eliminating mosquitoes altogether. So I looked into this. Apparently, according to the University of Florida entomologist Phil Lewinboss, he said that if we got rid of all of the mosquitoes, likely what would happen would be it wouldn't affect the food chain. So the food chain would be good. However, thanks for poking me with the stick, another insect probably would take its place and would have the same effects, if not worse. So ultimately, while it wouldn't impact the ecosystem
we think, it would probably be worse for us
Part
overall.
of this project was to talk about how we maintain the ecosystem services that we're given. I was super excited to have Arthropods because one of my favorite brands is Burt's Bees, and I know that they stand for saving bees but also maintaining the environments that they use. So I wanted to look into that a little bit. So I'm on their website. I did look into this a little bit before, but we're just going to go through. So they have a whole section about sustainability here. And in it just kind of states that they have sustainability things in place, even an updated sustainability goals for 2016. Additionally, they talk about how they're trying to go greener, and they have a no waste policy, so they don't put any waste into the environments that they use. So my research content and the content of the class were pretty similar because every paper I read talked about regulatory and provisioning services, which we talked about a lot in class, and every paper stated that they needed more research for proper results, which every paper we talked about in class had that. The only difference that I found through my research for this video was cultural services. We didn't get a lot of that in class, but I did find a lot about butterflies and other insects. So yeah.